Hi, I'm Christine with Kimbap TV, and we are exploring Tanaka Farms on a very special day.
Hi guys, good morning.
Good morning. About a couple thousand people are out on a 1.5-mile stroll for Walk the Farm, an annual fundraising event that launched after a 9.0 magnitude earthquake hit Japan in 2011, unleashing a deadly tsunami which later triggered a nuclear crisis in the country.
One of the first images I saw was farmland being washed away. And of course, my roots being from Japan, my heart went out to them.
Glenn Tanaka is a third-generation Japanese-American farmer in Irvine. He and the Orange Coast Optimist Club have been sending money raised from this event to those in Japan who are struggling to rebuild their lives.
We're working with farmers over there, working with students, and for them, especially this year with the Olympics coming up, they're very concerned because they're being forgotten by their own country. And here across the ocean, people still remember and think about them.
My grandpa and grandma both live in Tokyo, so I remember when I first heard the news of the tsunami, I immediately wanted to make sure that they were okay.
Kaitlyn Chu has also visited the affected areas in Japan twice, the first time when she was in the 8th grade.
And I was wondering how they were surviving, how they were recovering, because I hadn't seen any of that on the news.
She shares some pictures and memories from her visits.
We got to meet Mr. Otomo and Mr. Takao and got to walk around their farms and see just like how resilient they are and how they have been recovering. What I remember the most is going to the evacuation center. It was an old middle school. We were able to walk inside and see that the date on the wall, March 11th, was the day that they were supposed to graduate. And what has stuck in my mind is like the water line that was stained all the way almost to the top of the first floor. While we were there, we were visiting with Mr. Otomo, and he was telling us the story of when he was running up to the evacuation center and he saw an elderly neighbor who needed help, but the water was coming in too fast, and the neighbor demanded that he be left there. So Mr. Otomo had to run in, and he didn't want to look back, and the neighbor was found a couple days later, unfortunately. But in Japanese culture, we're not taught to necessarily share what hardships we're going through. So if I, as someone who can use media and use writing and video and photography to share these stories, and that's exactly what I'd like to do.
Coming back here and seeing all of these walkers, how does that make you feel?
It makes me extremely happy and excited. It gives a lot of us hope that people are still caring about these farmers and people still want to let them know that we haven't forgotten about you.
The outpouring of support from the Southern California community has been unlike any other.
We have over 40 different organizations that volunteered to help. We have way too many volunteers, 600 volunteers.
I find many of these organizations and volunteers, including those from my church, scattered throughout this 30-acre property.
The farmers in Japan, they really lost generations of their farms and their livelihood, and so just trying to give back to them is a neat thing to do.
Corn, corn, corn.
Do you think it's Mickey or the corn that's bringing all the people here?
Well, it's all about the ears in our company, so it's kind of related, isn't it? Oh, you guys have your choice.
At each tent, walkers stop and refuel with fresh fruits and vegetables. Is that your breakfast? A whole carrot? Do you have teeth yet?
It's great to see the young ones enjoying the vegetables and the fruits. The funds from this also helps to educate future farmers, which is very important.
Although this walk originally stemmed from a tragedy, organizers are encouraged by some positive changes they're seeing. They shared some translated letters from thankful farmers. Yuki Kazu writes in part, "We never imagined to receive such incomparable support from strangers who we never met before. I truly believe that your fundraiser event to help everybody in need is an act of God." Suneo and Kiyohiko write, "Our 4 families are all healthy and we have been able to grow vegetables for ourselves with the support that you have sent us." Kazuo and Noriko write, "We are so thankful for your financial support. We truly appreciated your visit, especially with America having its own troubles. We are borrowing farmland from my family and making vegetables for us to eat."
To me, this community event is really different. It really brings us together. To have somebody that you don't know, supporting you, it means a lot. And yeah.
While the future for many farmers in Japan are still uncertain, the Walk the Farm supporters want those affected by the 2011 tsunami to know they are not forgotten and want to continue to harvest hope to encourage them. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon at Tanaka Farms in Irvine. I'm Christine Lee, Kimbap TV. Bye.